I just watched the interview of this celebrity couple, and they're talking about the hard times that they've gone through in their marriage, the ups and the downs, and then proceeds to jokingly mention that he has two kids outside of their marriage, and that's the hard times that they worked through. And it was this joke between the couple that, oh, those were the kids I had during arguments that we've had together. Because cheating on your wife and having kids with women outside of your marriage is just so fucking funny. Again, as the young kids say on this app nowadays, may that type of love never find me. And this is a couple that is well known in the religious community. And that's my biggest grievance with religion, is because it conditions us, women especially, that we have to be so forgiving, and the devil made him do it, and he simply fell into temptation. And okay, if the Bible is what you believe in, if I'm not mistaken, isn't there a verse in it that says that if cheating happens, you can divorce that person? Why do people skip over that part of the Bible? But somehow the Bible has been manipulated and warped into this situation that benefits men. So now I'm in a situation where I can cheat on you, not just once, but twice. And not just cheat on you, but have children with other women. And she helped him raise those children. And all the men in the comment sections are like, wow, that's a real marriage right there. What? Ladies, are y'all hearing this? These men are saying that's what a real marriage is. Forgiving them no matter what they do. I once heard a woman say, actually it was one of you guys that commented and said that any couple that has been married for a really long time, it's because that woman has put up with a lot. And it might not be cheating, but she's had to abandon herself and put up with a lot of shit in some way. I am super lucky to have friends who are in healthy relationships. And one thing I can tell you about those women, if their husband were to cheat on them, they wouldn't get mad. If their hearts were broken, that man wouldn't be able to tell. They would cry in therapy or whatever and solve their, internal damage. But that man would never know. My friends are so crazy. They would help that man move out of the house. They would tell that girl, hey, you can come pick him up. They'd pack all his shit. And then that would just be the end of it. They would just be done. And those women also have men who worship the ground that they walk on. So I get it. Even those types of men will cheat. But in the meantime, if those men ever slip up, they would have spent that entire time at least being treated like a queen. I remember when I was with my abusive ex-husband, I was reading this book, and I don't remember what the title of it was, but I had gotten it from some mega church. And the wife was telling a story about all the times her husband had cheated on her, and she's so blessed that she never got an STD. And she just believed God would change him. And she stayed. And now they're happily married. And I don't think I've ever heard a story of a woman who did that. And they're still together happily. And if there is a case of a woman who cheated, I can guarantee you one thing. He's making her pay for it every single day. This is why I say, if they cheat once, that's the end. There is no, we're going to therapy and we're going to work it out and we're going to hold each other and do these little emotional exercises from therapy so that we can gain trust in each other. Fuck that. If you forgive them once, as we've seen with this dude, they're like, oh, okay, if I do it one time, she'll forgive me. Let me get this girl pregnant. Oh, she stayed. So now I can do it again. Please, I want us as women to love and value ourselves enough to be willing to let these men go. I really just, I really, that is my number one wish. If you're going to be in a relationship, if you want marriage, I want that for you too. I think love with a good person is a beautiful thing. Invite me to your wedding. I'll get you something off of your registry. But I want all women to be equipped with the strength and the knowledge and the power that if you fuck up once, we're not talking, we're not compromising, we're not going to therapy. You knew not to do it. That's why you tried to hide it. And now we're done. And now you're free to do whatever you want. Don't let me stop you from living your dream. Every time I hear stories of he cheated, but we worked it out, that's literally my face. Like, oh, he talked you into staying, didn't he? Or you really believe that you need him, don't you? You don't think that you can do any better, do you? You really can't be single and by yourself, can you? I wonder what he said to manipulate you into thinking that he's going to change. I wonder what you said to yourself to make you think that he's going to change. I wonder what happened to make you think that you need this man. Well, it's complicated. You don't understand. Yeah, it's only complicated when it comes to men, because I promise you, and you know what, there's exceptions to every rule. There's women who have cheated and their men took them back. But in most of those cases, the men are dicks to them and they punish them for it for the rest of the time if they don't cheat on them back. But it's always only complicated when it's the woman contemplating staying with the man, because the men will leave you without thinking about it. They will leave you, or they'll stay with you and punish you and fuck around on you the whole time and say, oh, well, you cheated on me. But with us, it's always complicated. And that's one thing that I wish we learned from men, is black and white thinking. Because a lot of us have been conditioned to see gray. And well, you gotta understand, and it's so complicated. And the complications always seem to go in the favor of the man. I find that interesting.